Hey everyone, my name is Short94 and welcome back to Robot Wars Arenas of Destruction. Now, we are now at a fairly pivotal point at the early part of our campaign. I went away, I did a little bit more of fighting and all this stuff, and long story short, we now have 5,390 credits, which means we can now go into the North Sea Championships. We've got the Alpha Viking Open Trophy, North Sea Sabotage, and Midnight Madness. Now, we now have to start thinking quite carefully about what we do to MFB. Do we try and upgrade the weaponry before we go into this? Do we just go into it like that? I'm actually thinking for 500, we'll go into the one tournament as it is, and we'll see how we get on. This one is worth 3,000 more credits. So, maximum, minimum, unrestricted. That's unlimited as well, and yeah, that's all good. Okay, let's go into this. Let's select MFB. We're going to leave it as it is. I think maybe after this tournament we're going to start looking at maybe changing up the look. I think a little bit, change out the weaponry. So, in our opening bout, we're up against the Agitator and Odin. Let's see what this arena looks like, because I am looking forward to this. I haven't really seen any of the other arenas for this game. I only really knew the main one. That was the only one that I loved playing as a kid. So, all these new arenas are going to be complete. Holy mother of... There's corner patrol zones in the middle. It's no longer in the corner, it's in the middle. We have death metal there at the bottom left of your screen. What looks like shunt in the middle. I can't even make out the others. Here we go. Now we seem to have a robot that's... They're really close to the CPZs. Nevertheless, we are on the way. There is the Agitator there, and we need to make sure that these get flipped over or knocked out as quickly as possible because our armour isn't brilliant. There goes the Agitator straight away. I think it's the Agitator at least. And we should be able to dismantle this bot as well. Oh, we just about recovered there. Let Shunt do the work. Shunt do the work. Whoa! No! No! I don't believe it! I do not believe it. That's it. It's game over, isn't it? We can't self-right. Oh, we qualified! What? How do we qualify? Still mobile. I'll show you. That was the Agitator. Still mobile, but didn't move. Didn't do anything afterwards. MFB was still mobile, despite the fact that we were, flipped over. Here we have Odin, who lasted just 32 seconds. Thankfully, it was just a case of the best two robots go through. That makes life a little bit nicer for us. Now we come to fix up our robot, and we need to... I think we'll have a load of time to spare on this one. Yeah, 11 minutes 39 seconds spare. Great news for us. We go one-on-one now with the Agitator, and we're going to have to be a little bit careful now because... I mean, obviously it costs money to re-enter, but we need to just be a little bit careful of how our bot is set up and how we drive it, because that's what's causing us to flip over slightly. We have Matilda, Shunt, and Death Metal as the three robots that I can see at least. There's a ramp as well that goes up.
3, 2, 1, activate.
It's go time.
Not a lot happening here.
That though is the sound of a petrol engine, if I'm not mistaken. Nearly getting the Agitator flipped over there. Oh, it's got a chainsaw. That's why I can hear petrol, or a petrol engine at least. Oh, Oh, nearly.
Scratch on this tough machine. Wouldn't like to be cleaning the
Now, weirdly, we do seem to be going over. Is there a better angle? That's it. Right. Okay, we can now see what we're doing properly. So we have no spikes anymore. They've come off. And this is proving to be a real pain because but also, although it's a pain, it does highlight that a change in our main weapon wouldn't be a bad shout because oh, the engine's gone. That might be it then. The axe has gone. Matilda and Sergeant Bash there absolutely going in to the agitator, and that is going to be another victory for MFB. Lovely job. We like to see it. 51 seconds. So whatever reason, maybe it was petrol powered and we just knocked out the engine or something, or we just got it near flame, sat on fire, and then that's it. Game over. We are now in the predicament. I can see now with this tournament we are really going to need to step up the weaponry game and the armour game as well. 2 rounds to go, potentially. If we can make it all the way through, that's 3,000 credits. Ragnarok. I love the names of this. Absolutely love the names. We had Odin, we've got Ragnarok. What does Ragnarok look like? Does it look like a type of robot that I could flip over easily? Oh, potentially. But it's these really long axes that almost act like a self-righting mechanism or a Shremek. So we might have to look into that for MFB. Or we change to a flipper type robot.
1. Activate.
Here we go.
The crowd are waiting for something to happen here. Ready to deal with it.
Oh, it's got a front. It's got a front axe and like a back hammer as well. So we've got to be especially careful. Oh, Sergeant Bash! Sergeant Bash! Just got to be really careful. Hopefully, Sergeant Bash takes care of that bot for a little bit of time. Push it back in. Oh, oh no! Oh, hey! I pushed that bot into the CPZ for you, not for you to attack me. Oh, it's Bash. You're doing literally nothing, mate. Come on. There you go. Back in the CPZ. That's going to be the tactic with this. But if there's only like 18 robots, that might mean there's like a 6 bot at the end. Maybe, unless it is just one-on-one. But so we're doing way better for armor. Oh, is that it? That might be it. Shunt's coming out. And I think that is game over for Ragnarok. It's gotta be, because Shunt's come out. Right? Gotta be, surely. It is lovely. Jubbly, 1 fight remains between us and 3,000 credits, which we can use to massively transform MFB. Yeah, 1 minute 6 seconds. Right, let's see what we can do. Do we need to do much in the way of... Oh, chassis quite badly damaged. That'll be from Bash, I would have thought. Again, though, we're going to have plenty of time. So what is this final bout then? Is it just a one-on-one, or is it... It is one-on-one against Ali Cat. Okay. I think, as long as I don't do anything stupid, we might have 3,000 credits here, because I'm sure we first off against Ali Cat in the... Oh, it's this bot. Okay. We should be okay. As long as I control MFB properly, we might have this.
The crowd are wondering what's happened here. This isn't what they came to see. They want maiming and slaughter. The Titanium won't be able to stand up to too much.
I mean, I feel like some of the commentary could do a little bit of work, but it is an old game.
Just the aluminium armor. Looking like there's some damage. Not much.
Right, so with this, with Ali Cat, I feel like you need to get rid of that front axe type thing. to flip it over. We have eliminated a lot of our bots through flipping over. Let's get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Bash is really not actually doing a lot of damage in this tournament, which I thought would be the opposite. That was nearly us winning. I don't know what's going to happen with this fight. It's close. Okay, we've lost our spikes. Shun, please, like, you know, do something. This is a really close fight. Oh, careful. I'm not sure we're going to be winning this fight. Bash, when you get Bash on side, it's Bash that will do a lot of the work. Hey. Oh! No! Oh, it's brutal. We did so well. That is it though. That is game over. Alley Cat wins. I can't believe we got right the way through. Oh, okay. Well, we did think that we would need to upgrade the bot. Yeah, still mobile. I think then with this, it's just a case of as soon as it's a one-on-one, one of you snaps out, that's it. It just cuts out. Doesn't need to fight anymore. Just stay stationary. Okay. We're going to need to start thinking about getting this MFB into good enough shape. So, we're either going to need to look at the weaponry, and I think the armor realistically as well is going to need to be looked at. Okay, let's start with armor.
First, you will need a body before you can begin adding other components. Parts are quite expensive here, but you can find cheaper parts in the scrapyard.
I would not like to do that. I would like to use the shop for my armor, please. Okay, so aluminium. We have steel, which is relatively cheap and moderately resilient. However, it is very heavy, but that's one we didn't actually care. We have polycarbonate. Okay, maybe we go down polycarbonate, or we go Kevlar. But can be cut. I feel like our best option is polycarbonate, which is really, really expensive.
Necessary for entering the competition. If you like, you can use your remaining money and weight allowance to add weapons, armor, and extras.
So
your robot is now classed as medium weight. Select which robot you would like to modify.
armor. Can we sell our other stuff? No. We can't sell. We can't. Okay, so we have nothing else. Oh wait, we do. We have this stuff. Yeah, sell this. So we need to sell that for 100, which is basically nothing. 400. Okay, so we're back to pretty much where we were before, which is actually all right. I'm happy with that.
Hi, robot here.
Let's go
Modify
to.
robot. Just select it and buy a new part.
Oh, I know what we'll do. Let me just go back to setup. Let me get rid of those eyes, because the eyes probably aren't doing anything for us at this stage. Yeah, we're going to sell those. I mean, it's worth nothing, isn't it? Okay. But that might open up some more possibilities for us on the weapons front.
Excellent parts in the shop just waiting to be purchased. Good.
Flipping. We could go down that route. We could go down the route of actual proper lifting spikes. That's... I'm not a fan of that, because the scoop actually, if this is actually like a proper scoop, okay, I'm actually debating, lifting arm. It can be used to flip robots, or, now this is what I was talking about by changing up the weaponry here. Maybe if we get a lifting arm at the very least, it improves the chances of us being able to self-write. But then I mean, we've got spikes anyway, haven't we? And we haven't really had... No, do you know what? We're going to get one.
Your robot is now classed as heavyweight.
Okay, cool. Heavyweight. Excellent. Right. I think that is a good amount of change. Because if we were to sell our hammer, we'd get 650, right? Now, maybe a pneumatic pickaxe would take us down to 1400. Sorry, that would take us down to about 2000. If we were to sell the hammer, we wouldn't actually have enough to we wouldn't have enough to compete in the North Sea tournaments. I think where we're at now, we have got enough stuff going for us that we should be okay. So we're going to save the changes. We're going to go back in, knowing full well that if we fail again, we can't compete at the North Sea on the basis that we don't have enough credits to compete in the first place. But we did really well first time out. We're going to go for it one more time. We've got better armour now. We've got a way to self-right ourselves. There shouldn't be anything now that stops us from winning. I am interested though in the North Sea sabotage. But that just sounds like... What is collateral damage? Is it going to tell us what it is? They've both got a 500 entry fee, but one of them has got 2 less rounds. No, do you know what? Alpha Viking. We can control the bots that way. We've got a better way of getting into that. MFB, reporting for duty. That looks much cleaner, much better, and we have a way to self-write ourselves. So it's time. Christmas Destruction and Catharsis are the first 2 bots that we face off against. This is a triple threat match in the first round. Let's see what these bots actually look like, because our way of doing things at the moment is to flip them over. That's a good way of telling if they are a bot that we can beat. Oh, they've both got spinners. They've both got spinners. Very interesting, but they don't look like they have a way of self-writing.
3, 2.
I can't see Sir Kill-A-Lot, you know. I'm not sure he's a house robot.
The crowd are waiting for something to happen here. The shunt's
Okay,
axe gleaming.
right, so
It's just
we've got
raring to go.
R1
The
to
steel
use our
resistance
hammer,
made so far. It's finding it hard to snap
and
and slice it
L1
with
to,
just the only
raise up.
taking a bit of a battering as it pushes it all over.
Oh! Oh! Instant knockout! Instant knockout!
It'll be doing no more damage today. Hard to make an impression on the polycarbonate. It's very tough. Not too easy to cut into titanium
Okay,
armor.
so we go.
Not much
This
damage
bot
there.
is
Another go.
more difficult for us to contend with because the wheel is so low down. We just don't have the ground clearance to compete. There we go. That's at least one bot down. I don't know how we're going to tackle this bot because, as I say, that flywheel's given us massive headaches. So unless I can... And my next problem is the fact that the... So we might have to lose the spikes to get underneath that bot. Interesting. Okay, so either we have to push it about or find a way to get around the sides maybe. But Christmas Destruction there was a complete and total knockout. Lost all its weaponry, flipped over, and that was a good win for us. But the chassis is barely damaged, which is good to see. The armour, I think it held up okay. I can't tell because I think it's difficult to judge because every fight's a little bit different. We go again against Catharsis. Hopefully we can find a way around that saw. Ideally, if it loses the saw, it should be up and over, no problem. But if that's not the case, we've got a bit of problem on our hands.
1. Activate.
Here we go. MFB, Catharsis. It's go time.
The polycarbonate, not such good defense.
Yeah, we're...
Cutting attacks.
We can do that. We can do that. That's actually really good. That's really good.
Straight into the reach.
Whoa, 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 whoa. This camera's not doing anything for me, is it?
Tricky to cut into the titanium. Luckily for them, the titanium
Whoa.
won't be able to stand up to too much of that. No damage from the spike this
Interestingly,
time.
they're flammable barrels. Do you reckon they explode?
Stabbing away with a spike. Pushing with some force then as it drives it back. Wouldn't like to be cleaning the debris from the
Also, the music's kind of hype, you know.
And the impact causing some real damage this time.
Oh, I can't move. I can't move. Okay.
Titanium armor not as effective against that impact as they'd like. Not too easy to cut into titanium armor. Moving in.
This is a really challenging battle.
On a direct collision course.
Okay, yes, yes, yes. Dead metal. Dead metal.
Metal waiting for his chance to get stuck in.
I mean, he didn't do anything there, did he?
Against the charge. The titanium standing up for now.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay.
Bits and pieces everywhere. You can melt them down, I suppose, and make a whole new
Oh,
robot.
okay.
Their spikes
We have lost all of our armour. So beginning to think that our choice of armour wasn't brilliant.
coming in to pin it down with the ideal
We have no spikes now, but does that mean that we can now use the flip properly?
push into it hard to do any
Whoa. Okay.
happening here. The crowd want more action.
Come on, Shun, you there? Hello?
It's made a good
To
start.
Shun!
It's beginning to cause some damage. Trying to cut its way through the polycarbonate. Trying to charge.
Oh, straight to dead metal. That's good. That is good news for us.
I think dead metal's waiting to carve up another contender. Titanium armor.
Oh, yes!
That impact.
The flipper. Deadly. Deadly without those spikes. And that is the end of Catharsis. That was a tough battle, you know. That was... It also just shows, though,
Now,
we might need to lose the spikes.
biting clunk as it makes contact. It's tougher than
We're just going to stay out the way because we've got to do a lot of work to this bot for the next fight. A lot of work.
Game over. This is what Robo Wars is all about.
Flipped over again now, it doesn't matter because that flipper did exactly what we needed it to do.
Oh, and they do now. Trying to slice him with the saw.
What has that done to our bot?
And the impact causing
That's
some real
potentially
damage this time.
at least 20 minutes worth of work, maybe even more. What scares me is the fact that we've upgraded our armour. Does that mean that it's going to take more time to fix it? Our weaponry did stand up though, apart from the spikes obviously, but the weaponry did stand up, so I'm happy with that. But what has that done to the bot? Whoa, we were close. Nearly 80% wear on the chassis. Okay, we're 37 on that, that's good, and we lost all the armour. Whoa. We have a fully recovered bot. Look up there though, 30 seconds remaining when we've got a fully functional bot. That's perfection. Odin. Now Odin, I believe, was a fairly easy bot. Was it Odin that we beat that was fairly easy? I'm sure it was. It's the small bot, isn't it, with the scoop? Oh yeah, this should be an easy win, I hope. Hopefully it's an easy win. We have a flipper now, we have spikes, we have better armour.
Activate.
It's go time.
Crowd getting restless. Waiting for them to get going.
There it is. Straight away. Straight away.
Not much damage this time. Have a
It's game over. Unless Shun flips him over, which I hope it doesn't. But you can also see there, that small scoop, it does flip.
push there.
But it won't self-rest if we go over. Like that. And that is a very, very lovely victory. We're going to stay well away from everything. And we're going to just go straight over to the final. Because this is where we got up to last time. We have better armour, a flipper. We have the ingredients to make a victory here. And that is that. Here we go then. One more fight Again. Take 2. Eventually. Nearly. We've got the bot upgraded now. No damage, no damage, no damage, no damage. 3% on the weaponry and 3% on the armour. I can live with that. We still have over 19 minutes on the clock. And Electra is our opponent. Now Electra is one of those bots that has a massive weakness, but equally, if it gets you with the flipper, it's almost guaranteed to be game over. We have a flipper of our own now, but the body of that bot means it's got no way of self-righting.
Activate. The crowd are waiting for something to happen here. Look
And-
at Shanks' axe gleaming. He's just rearing to
Whoa,
go.
what happened then? Okay, so we've lost the spikes, so it's now flip for flipper, and that's it. That is it. Get out of the way. It's gonna get right out of the way. That is a victory on this brand new tournament. Finally. Finally.
Trying to lift it until
Oh man, I'm well happy with that. That is going to be 3,000 credits. That is going to be a game changer for us because it means basically now we can upgrade the hammer, and that's going to just be delightful. Absolutely delightful for us. It will also mean it opens up some ways for us to save some weight, hopefully. But just wait for that beautiful white text to come across the screen. You have won the Alpha Viking Championship. Oh, yes. 32 seconds. That's all Electra lasted. And there it is. We've unlocked the robot. 3,000 credits. Let's look at this trophy. It better be nice looking. I hope it's nice looking. Oh, actually, do you know what? I dig that. It looks a little bit like a teapot, but I dig it. Alright? That's a nice trophy to have. The Alpha Viking trophy is a sturdy construction that can weather the storm. Yes, it can. So, we're going to save this game one more time, but this does mean it is the end of this episode. Next time, we are going to go deeper into the North Sea. We're going to be taking on the North Sea Sabotage Tournament. And if we do well on that, we're going to go for the Mad Bomber. I think with the Mad Bomber, I think it's like a tag kind of matchup. And yeah, that will be good. But for now, it is time to end this episode right about here. So thank you to those of you who have watched this. If you like what you saw, then hit that like button down below. You can of course subscribe for more content like this. And I will see you next time.